Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded. Stranded with Nemsun. Welcome back. Now, I have left the planet. We have taken the space station and we put it into orbit around the planet, and now we have successfully taken the shuttle. Yes, the cliffhanger ending soon justified. I managed to get up here. I did actually have to use one of the commands from advanced rocketry in order to make a planet ID chip, or a space station ID chip, appear in my hand. There's a command for rocketry. I think it's slash even advanced rocketry, and then there's give or something like that. Give station ID. Yeah, I think it was that. Give station. Give station 1. I think that's what happens. And you get a station ID chip, right? This station ID chip can then be put into a rocket in the same way as the other rocket goes up. So I was able to return to my space station. Okay, that is basically the thing. Because of the glitch, I was able to head out. Get in here. In here, there is the Space Station 1 chip. Okay, this Space Station 1, I don't know what the XZ coordinates are on this exactly, but I did it from Earth to the station, so I don't think I would need to worry about it either way. I had lost my rocket, hadn't I? My rocket was actually here. My rocket was here. It had landed successfully, but I was not in it. I had crashed, and my my seating in the rocket had fallen out, and the rocket had flown off without me when I'd logged back in. Right, so we had a little problem there, but it's fine because I built another ship, and the other ship landed directly on top of it when I used this Planet Space Station ID chip. I'm actually going to throw that one away. I could always get another one if I need to. Yeah, so we got here with the secondary rocket, which I've since dismantled and got rid of. And then I realised that everything was fine. Everything had worked. This whole ship had been transferred, all except for the wings, which I've recently brought up myself and replaced. And they do look as good as they did originally, I believe. I believe they do. Yeah, looks pretty good. Right, and I've since built this little like docking arm off the station onto it. And I was originally doing the space station in the same laboratory block as I've done for the shuttle, or as the shuttle was built in. But when it came to joining up here, there was too much of a similarity. So I went with quartz instead. So now we've got quartz as the docking arm, and some more of this factory block type Tyrian, or Tyrian, which is this stuff on the front here, to mix up the two joins between the two, like the rubber seal on it to keep the air pressure in and all that kind of stuff. We've got all that going on, which looks pretty good, I think. I think it looks pretty good. And I'm happy now that that stage is done, so it's ready to get started on the next stage. Now, there's a few things that I want to sort out. Right? I've made these oxygen vents and CO2 scrubbers. So I want now the carbon cartridges. Let's have a look. Here we go. We need these carbon collection cartridges, right? They need to go into the CO2 scrubbers, so I'm going to need a couple of these. But they've got this new recipe, this iron sheet recipe, right? And an iron sheet needs a little bit of water with the rolling machine, which I don't believe we had previously. I can also clean out the carbon cartridges once I've made them with a chemical reactor to get rid of that and get charcoal from it. So I take the charcoal out of it, and then it becomes a clean filter again to put into the CO2 scrubbers. Okay, periodically that's what needs to be done, and I think it's 24 hours of game time or 24 hours of gameplay. So if you're playing this on a server, then you're going to need to replace your CO2 scrubbers quite often. I've also brought up a gas charge pad, put some tanks of oxygen in it, and then I can just step onto it and refill my oxygen in my suit. Keep it topped up by that. And when I come up, I'll bring some more tanks of oxygen, I guess. I guess that's the best way to do it. The CO2 scrubbers, I've made one, and it does work once we've got going there. If I turn that off, disabled, it will now tell me I've got a breathable atmosphere in here, and I can technically take off my space suit while in this room. Yeah, and I can breathe. Yay, I can breathe, I can breathe, I can breathe. So I can now breathe in this one little room, right? In this one little perfect environment room, I can breathe. Also, my temperature is not a problem in this. Let's see, was it TAN temp info? There we go. We can see that the target is 12 of 12, target equilibrium and all that kind of stuff. I think the spacesuit does something to do this. Plus 12, biome temperature, plus 5, season minus 4, altitude minus 2. Altitude's only minus 2 for some reason. I don't know why that is. And the armor and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it kind of keeps me right. It keeps me right. And I don't know if this is actually using any water at all. I don't think I'm actually getting any thirst quenching. I think because the temperature isn't too much, because the temperature's being regulated, my thirst is being regulated as well. But anyway, there's that, right? And I want to put another one of those CO2 scrubbers in here, because as you can see now, this is not breathable air. And if I take my hood up, I was like, warning, no oxygen detected, right? So I don't want to be doing that very often. But if I put another set of CO2 scrubbers connected to the power here, then I can have inside my ship power sorted, right? And this little section here doesn't have any breathable air, but when the doors open to either side, it does have breathable air from the scrubber then. I don't know how long that's going to last exactly. I might have to make a run for it if I forget my suit or something, but still, yeah, it's there. And I've also got this airlock door at the back here so that I can get in and out this side. Just ready, and I've done a little bit of work to the outside area of the ship, putting the wings on, making it all look good. Just generally, because I've been able to see the bottom of it for a little while, I've been making sure that that looked good. Just a few little bits of cosmetic stuff going on. That needs a cover on it still, I forgot about that. And it just remains being a way in and out. The captain's cat, of course, without oxygen, the captain's cat was going to die. So I lassoed the captain's cat and brought him into space in a lasso, and then as soon as I placed him in the lasso, he was nearly dead. So I quickly put him back in the lasso, and I've got the lasso kicking around somewhere. I think it's in a... I think the lasso's in one of the chests in there, just so that I know where he is for another time. Maybe when I've put the O2 scrubbers in and I'm actually getting oxygen. Another thing, right? Check this out, right? I had this little window deck area here with chiseled glass on the top. On this one, I do not. The only way to get that carbon or the CO2 scrubbers to actually work and make this a breathable environment was to not have that gap there. As soon as I do that, it says no, and that's it. So the thing I am fed up about the most is probably having to travel in this rocket, which disappears when I look at it at a certain angle. Travel in that rocket to and from Earth, really. I think this is the biggest problem. So today we are going to set that up properly. Can I catch that right? Oh, I can't catch it right so I can see through. But yeah, today we are going to set that up. I'm glad that the space station's all working properly, everything's set up properly, but now we need a quicker mode of transport than rocket. Okay, so back down on the planet, and things haven't changed too much. I've just got rid of the entire remnants of the ship over here. It's gone. It's flattened out. It's clear. All the villagers are out in the city, living it up in their new apartment block. And I'm working on having a teleporty type thing. I've set up the power. This is actually an improved version of the reactor. I'm using electrum instead of gold. Slightly more of them, slightly more compact there. This is just something that I've found on the internet to keep a rotor speed of 905. and keep a production of 8,000, so, right, on the right amount of steam, so that I can make one steam thing go half and half, 1,000 buckets in each direction, or at least 1,000 buckets in this direction. Keep that going. And on the side of that, I've got an output which is now doing like a vibrant capacitor bank, right, which is gaining 1,672 RF per tick at this moment, because also all of the fuel systems and all that kind of stuff are also linked off the same capacitor bank off the same reactor. So those, so this is currently filling up. The AE system is currently filling up. That is currently filling up all off the reactor because I had it off for so long while I was changing it around. But anyway, today's episode. Let's get on with that, right? So we've seen this holographic projector before. Today we're doing a space elevator. And when you hover over it like this, it tells you exactly how much of things you need. So we're going to need one space elevator, a power input plug, a motor, advanced motor, enhanced motor, or elite motor times 6. I don't know what the motor does, whether it makes it faster or what, right? But we'll try and we'll see what we can do as the best motors we can put in it. But 6 of them. Gold coil, copper coil, titanium coil, or aluminium coil, or iridium coil times 12. Stone or sandstone or block of iron or machine structure or advanced machine structure times 118. And 4 redstone lamps. Now, stone blocks times 118, that should be fine. I don't know how much more that can be. But sandstone maybe might actually work as well. A sandstone block, because I've already got sandstone here. Maybe I should use sandstone for a structure in this area. I've already had a look to see kind of what it looks like. This is all the way down in here where we've got all sorts. The space elevator is the one we're doing, right? Space elevator, click, and it's got quite a large base area. So I think we're going to go into here. No, into there, maybe. One further back. I could potentially just fit it into that, but I'd like to be able to see around behind it. So that gives me 2 block gap around the wall here, and a 1 block gap to walk around it. Yeah, and it puts it next to the path, so it becomes another building on the path. That looks okay. All right, and it's going to need me to have some normal blocks and lots and lots of normal blocks. Some motors is the power input. Power input on this side is good, so we can connect it up to that easily enough. A couple of motors there, a couple of motors there. That's another power input. Okay, there's power inputs on 3 sides. So I'm going to need to bring pipe in around this as well. Let's have a look, see what the next level of it looks like. Again, more structural blocks by the looks of it. Doesn't look like there's any more actual mechanical blocks, so that's just like sandstone blocks, which is good. And then we've got the space elevator up here with some more structural blocks, more sandstone there. And then higher up we're getting into the top face, and then those things on the top. Altogether, it's going to look like so. And I think I'm going to have it that high. I think I'm going to have it that high up. It looks like it fits in nicely there. We can just about see the ghost of it. It's just a case now of getting all the crafting done. So I've done all the crafting on camera before, haven't I? I've done all this kind of crafting before with the motors and the like, and the power inputs. But let's just go and have a look, see what the best motors we can afford is right now with our current setup. So we're going to go with motor, even. Motor, I currently have 4 normal motors, which is speed 1. That is speed 1.5, that is speed 2, that is speed 3. Elite motors. Elite motors require titanium coils and iridium plates. I could make titanium coils. They're quite a lot. It's going to take quite a lot of sifting of all of that kind of stuff, and it's going to take a long while to catch up and recoup after that. What about this one? This was with some titanium plates and some aluminum coils. The gold is just steel plates with gold coils. And the normal motors, of which I've already got 4, is copper plates with steel plates. Copper coils with steel plates. So, for starters, I've already got 4 of these motors. So, I'm going to just make another load of those motors, simple enough to make kind of motors, just to make it quick. Right? Just to make it quick, I'm going to do that. And then the other bits and pieces, I think we're all nice and easy. Input, we have a fluid input hatch, power input hatch, That one. Yeah, all fairly easy with iron plates and all that. So I'll quickly get that together, get all the stuff together, and we can build that to try and figure out how they work. Okay, not too difficult. I've gone with all the cheap stuff that I can afford. So I've got 2 space elevators, 6 motors for each, 12 gold coils for each, 118 sandstone blocks for each, and 4 redstone lamps for each. So pretty much very affordable and pretty cheap to make. I think the hardest part was potentially making the elevator block titanium thing. There was a use for the titanium. What was it? This one here, uses to make these advanced machine structure blocks. And I just needed to make a few more titanium rods, so it just took a little while to process the titanium to get that sorted out. But still a lot cheaper than making titanium coils, so we got that going at least. Right, so now I've got enough to make 2 of these, one down here and one up there. And what? Look how quickly that's filled up now. So let us work it out as best we can. I think I was here for it. Does that look about right? Yeah. No, a bit closer this way. On my days. Okay, let's break that and start again there. There? Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Okay, so it starts there. Okay, so now let's start with the bottom here. And we've got the stone as a simple feature around here. They're the machine structure stone, so yeah, we can do this. Can we do this? I don't know. That's not it. Oh man, I'm gonna struggle with this one. Let's see if I can reset it. Let's put it there. Reset it. That's coils. Coils there, and the structure block there. Okay, I'm gonna get there. Sandstone, yeah, that's it. This is gonna take some time. It's fairly simple. It's just making sure I get the right things in the right places. Because there's coils and motors and stuff in there. And there are coils and coils and coils in there. So this around the edge is kind of like that. So yeah, the corners. Okay, so there's like 4 blocks in the corner. That's how we work that bit out. Okay, so that's cool. We get that. And in the front here, there was a layer here, because on these sides there's the motors and inputs. Okay, and I've also got to do that for the floor underneath. So we'll get this level done. At least I think that's the first level. We've got the inputs for the power, some motors. They're operating the coils. The coils seem to be all localized inside to make something go on inside there. And then what? We go up another level, and what's now? Just more sandstone. It looks like more structure blocks. Like literally no other blocks of worth. No valuable blocks on this level. Which is kind of a strange design, but as long as it looks great afterwards. I've not seen one of these working. Well, actually, no, I tell a lie. I have seen a good looking version of this as a picture. Let's get up and down. And I'm not sure if I'm doing it right here. So I hope that my choice of sandstone is not going to break it. I'm guessing that that's an entrance way into the area there. So I may end up wanting to take it down a whole block. Move the whole thing down 1 block. Because it's already started to look like I've got it too high with that there. But hey ho, we shall carry on until we make a mistake. That the structure block of the elevator there. Okay, this is good. And then what we got? More of the simple structures again. Good. And then yeah, all along here. Okay. Well, seems to me like it's all just building a structure around the mechanics, and the mechanics have already gone into it, which is pretty good. Where the redstone lamps on the top come in, I guess that's going to be some kind of flashing lights. Maybe. This all looks like it's sandstone some more. It's quite an easy system to set things up. I mean, it would be even easier if they had some kind of like click on a block and it just took it all out your inventory and built it for you. That'd be pretty awesome as well. And then the redstone lamps. So we should have a full set ready for upstairs. I say upstairs. Another set ready for the space station upstairs. Okay, so that should be it, shouldn't it? Okay, well, moment of truth. That's the size of it. That's the shape of it. That's what it looks like when I've built it. But does it multi-block structure? Oh yes, it does. And check it out. It's beaming up and everything. Man, oh man, that is a lovely looking design. Look at that. That is crazy. It does sit right on the ground as I was expecting. If I had the like the slabs like that, it wouldn't look right. So I am in the right place, I feel. Maybe, just maybe, it's a little bit too close to the road here. Maybe I need to change my road. But it does look like a very cool structure in the grand scheme of things. What? Look at that! It's actually got like an elevator blocks going up to pass between here and the space station. That's pretty epic. That's epic. I like. The blocks that are the ones you access do stick out quite a bit though. It's got no power, yeah, obviously, and I guess I'm going to need to give it all 3 inputs. Probably going to need power. Otherwise, why would there be 3 inputs? Yeah, and then on the inside, can I get? Oh man, okay, I'm going to struggle to get in. There's this chamber inside that doesn't take me anywhere, obviously, but looks pretty cool in there. Man, that's awesome, isn't it? That's awesome. I like that a lot. It's pretty good. That is crazy. Alright, so now I've just got to power it up. And then what? Let's have a look inside here. So I need an elevator chip. I need to summon a capsule. I need to destination chip it. So the elevator chip, I'm guessing that where the first elevator chip I do will fit here. And that will set the elevator chip, and then I will put that somewhere else. I will check that while I'm building it. First of all, I'm going to power this one, get an elevator chip, and read up on the wiki to find out what we're doing. And then I'm going to go in the rocket, and I'm going to go and build one on the space station. Now I know what it looks like down here. I know what to anticipate in the space station build of it. Build one up there with all my spare parts up here. And hopefully get them linked together very, very soon. Alright, that looks pretty cool. I like that. That looks pretty good. I like. So, where am I? There. Hi. So yeah, that looks good. I like that. That's pretty good. I've rebuilt the second one up here, and as you can see, it's all looking cool and in working order. I extended out the platform a little bit this way. I've also added some of these solar generators with the energy pipe. Energy pipe's surprisingly cheap. I don't know why I've been using it before. I think I got some and tested it and it didn't work, but it definitely works with this solar generator. I actually had one solar generator kicking around from finding it in a city or something, so I just quickly made some more and put them onto it. It's slow to gain power up here, but with it being chunk loaded, it should continue to gain power all the time, right? It should just keep gaining power all the time. So it's going to get 50,000 RF, which is what we need to be able to do one operation fairly quickly. Now, space elevator is the next thing that we need to work on, right? This chip. The recipe for it was very simple: a tracking circuit and a space station ID chip. It takes 1 RF per tick power and put it in a precision assembler, and it becomes a space elevator chip. Now, I've put one down below in the desert as well. So this is the space station one. But what we've got to really is there's no destination to select. There's nothing to select. So we kind of stuck with it there. However, the linker here, I shift right clicked the linker onto the elevator below on the planet, and now I'm going to shift right click onto here, new destination added. So that linker is now still holding that new destination of that place, but now this has got 2 entries. Okay, select destination. I've now got the dimension -2, which is possibly the one I'm at, and the location of dimension 0, that location, which is the one that we're going to be going for. I don't think there's a way of renaming this. Maybe there's a way of naming the space elevator chips or something. But either way, I took the linker, shift right clicked the elevator that I wanted to select, and then this one now contains 2 destinations. The destination I want to select is that one, so we've got that. Does it automatically just selects it, I guess, and then when it's up to a decent power, it now is a decent power. I should be able to just step into... Oh, look at it! Summon a capsule. Has it actually got a capsule in it? Oh, look at that! It's got an actual capsule in it now. It was empty before. Oh, my days! That's awesome. So, when I've got destinations, it can actually do something. So, summon a capsule, I guess, is if you haven't got a capsule already. Oh, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this now. This is one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind again. This is awesome. Okay, before I do it, though, just in case of glitches, I am going to do a backup. Okay, let's see what it does. Getting ready for ascent. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa! What? I'm in the capsule. I'm in the capsule. Flying around in the capsule. Where's it actually going? Is this quicker than a rocket ship? I'm not sure that it's quicker than a rocket. I couldn't tell you if it's quicker than a rocket. It looks cool. Oh, it looks cool, and it's gone off to a different dimension now. Am I just going to drop down now? It's kind of like powered instead of fueled, isn't it? You power it instead of fueling it. And we land. And we land. So, it's no quicker than the rocket, but it is less hassle with the doing all the sorting stuff out. With sorting all the fuel out and all that kind of stuff. So, it's alright. Let's put the thing there, right? Okay. So, I don't know. Maybe I needed to make a faster version of it by making more advanced motors and things like that. More advanced motors and quicker coils. Maybe that would make it travel faster. In the same way as I could make a rocket travel faster. This is speed 1, power 1 at the minute. So maybe I need to reconstruct, but with the titanium, just to give it a really good chance at being the fastest possible ever. But right now, I think that's pretty good, pretty sorted. I do need a step up here, because that's a block and a half, and I can't step up a block and a half. So that is it for today's episode, though, folks. So thank you all very, very much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Did make sense eventually how to set it all up with this space elevator. But obviously, the faster you make the motors, the better the power, coils, all that kind of stuff improves the speed. It has the advantage that it's just plugged in, so I can transfer from one place to another without launching a rocket and setting the fuel source and all that kind of stuff. But it might be a lot quicker just to get an Ender IO teleporter, to be honest. But still, that is not the mod that we've been playing around with in Forever Stranded this week. So I thank you very much for watching today. I will see you next week for some more Stranded with Nemsun. Until then,